Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Starladder Season 4. Next game up now, we have Virtus.pro against Fnatic RaidCall. We had No Tidehunter versus Na'Vi, we had XX5 versus Team Zero, and now we got Virtus.pro versus Fnatic RaidCall. All games have been pretty fun so far. We saw a great game from No Tidehunter versus Na'Vi. Na'Vi lost that one to a large degree Admiral Bulldog's Lone Druid. Then we saw Team Zero with a really strong mid-game lineup dominating the Russians inside their own base, and now we're going to see Virtus.pro versus Fnatic RaidCall, and let us hope that it is just as entertaining as the last few games. Of course, we recorded the games. The VODs are available on my own 3D TV channel, and they will also be uploaded onto my YouTube channel as soon as possible. So if you do want to, if you missed No Tidehunter versus Na'Vi, you can just subscribe to my YouTube channel and then be notified once the VOD is up. For that, you can just go to epicommentary.com, and there you will find the links to my social media sites as well as my YouTube. So I'll be happy to have you there as well. Okay, so first ban goes to Fnatic RaidCall, and Virtus.pro's is now deciding what to ban out. We still have Undying left in the pool. But we see some very typical banners. I think Undying is going to get picked up by Fnatic right now. If not, then Virtus.pro are going to take him. Fnatic actually prioritizes Darkseer over that Undying. So Darkseer picked up for Fnatic RaidCall, first pick, and Undying TA as response pickup for Virtus.pro. I mean, Undying is just a really strong hero. He has got a tremendous amount of effective HP with a low cooldown. Strength, Steel Spell, DK, and Templar Assassin. Of course, in any pro game you basically see a TA in the middle lane. Darkseer is of course an incredibly powerful hero as well. Strong long lane solo, good team fighter, and a good utility hero with the Surge and the Vacuum. Chaos Knight gets picked up alongside Lina, so good synergy between Chaos Bolt and Light Strike Array from Lina. Light Strike Array is the stun name from Lina, and it's just a really long name, so we're just going to call it LSA from now on. You will see people, well, if you are from Dota 1, then you already realize that LSA is, of course, the acronym for that skill. So if I say LSA, then you know what I mean. And I've said LSA way too often right now. I'm getting bad looks from my girlfriend. So just wanted to be clear on that. Now we're heading into bonus time for Virtus.pro. Third pick, what may it be? I'm suspecting a support, unless they are playing Undying as a support. But the past game, mainly No Tidehunter, they played him as a farming hero in the tri-lane. Loda played that one, and it worked out quite well for him. Got picked off a bunch of times, but in the long run, they won the game, and that is all that matters. As he's got some good utility for the team. The Soul Rip, of course, a very powerful nuke / heal, and the third pick is quite important, I guess, for Virtus.pro. And there they go, their support hero of choice going to be Venomancer for now, as we head ourselves into the second ban phase. Undying, TA, Venomancer, pretty solid lineup so far. TA will almost guaranteed be in the solo mid role. Undying will almost guaranteed be on the long lane, either solo or with the support hero, and Venomancer will be either supporting or you're probably on the top lane with Undying, or just roaming around. Second ban phase. What are the heroes that can get taken out? We still have the junglers in the pool. Heroes such as Enigma, Keeper of the Light gets taken out right now. Long lane solos can get taken out too, in case they want to decide to put Windrunner on top and instead have Undying, Venomancer, and a third hero on the safe lane. It's also a good way to play with TA solo mid, a Windrunner on top, and then just pressure the crap out of the long lane solo of the enemy side. Magnus, Tinker, Tidehunter, Keeper of the Light taken out so far. Bounty Hunter got taken out really early. Man, oh man. So Fnatic, I mean, Na'Vi, they laned Darkseer as a solo mid hero. Dendi played him, but it really wasn't to such a great, to great avail. So I'm thinking that Fnatic are looking for another solo mid hero unless they go for a dual mid Chaos Knight Lina. But that still leaves them with the need for either another dual lane or another part for a tri-lane with Chaos Knight and Lina if they have Darkseer on solo. So they either need a support or a solo mid hero for the next pick. What they can also do is go for a jungler. They have all 3 junglers in there, or even 4 junglers if you count Nature's Prophet in with that. So we have Nature's Prophet, Chen, Enchantress, as well as Enigma. And yes, so Magnus is a hero that we have seen in the solo mid role a bunch of times, and now we see Queen of Pain also taken up from Virtus Pro, so they don't want... The Queen of Pain has one of the strongest lane controls early on, just because of her Shadow Strike and her good range and right click. It's a really tough hero to both stand against and also gank because of her blink. And also, guys, during the end of the draft, I will just quickly eat a soup my girlfriend made me. I will not talk for the end of the draft, at least because I didn't eat anything for a really long time. This is the 3rd game, so my apologies. Just visual stuff until the draft is finished. Oh, this is so good. Done. I am back. That was the most delicious pumpkin soup I've ever eaten. It was spicy as hell too due to some ginger, but now I'm back. I'm back casting Dota 2 for all you junkies out there that just cannot get enough of watching pro games. So the last 2 picks were indeed the long lane solo and the Brewmaster, so I suspect... What do I suspect? Could it be a jungling Darkseer with a long lane solo Windrunner, a dual lane mid and a safe lane solo? Who knows? Perhaps Brewmaster will be just farming and pulling in the woods and such with Darkseer on the long lane, but one thing that really changed ever since the drafting system got updated, where you can just ban 2 heroes and then 3 afterwards, is that the whole drafting just got a whole lot more elusive. I mean, look at Virtus Pro's lineup, look at Fnatic RaidCall's lineup. They can lane this in 5 million different ways, and I think that's the beauty of it. Before this change-up, you saw a bunch of drafts and you already knew at least the lanes. You knew who was going to jungle, you knew who was going to lane with whom, and it was just pretty predictable. The only question was, are they going to put the long lane where we expect them, or are they going to put them on the short lane to change things up? And even if they did change things up and you got caught off guard, you just bought a TP and you're good. But this way, there's entire strategies that you can interpret into this. Virtus Pro, sponsored by BenQ. Guys, I have a freaking BenQ projector with my girlfriend. It throws a ginormous picture. So if we ever watch anything, we watched the International 2 on a ginormous 2-meter diagonal picture, 720p from BenQ, the projector. It was beautiful. It was amazing. So if you ever want to get yourself a TV or something crazy like that, don't do that. It's really expensive and it isn't that big of a picture. Instead, invest into a projector. It's like 400, 500 bucks, and it's like a picture as big as or bigger than a $1,200 TV can provide. So I don't even know. That's what a picture of BenQ does to me. I just start talking about a bunch of weird stuff. Fnatic RC on the Radiant side has already kind of moved all across the map. We don't see any fights early on. Santa is playing Undying NS. The legendary support hero playing Rubik. He, by the way, thinks that Roshan is an imbalance to the game. So if you do want to read up on that, check out Gosu Gamers and search for NS and Roshan and you will find it. KSI playing Venomancer. We have Virtus Pro Ermanga Tausenai playing Outworld Destroyer. I think I really nailed the way you have to pronounce his name right there. And Tame My Wild playing TA toward the middle lane. If this rune spawns here, then we're all in big trouble. Oh boy. Alright, Era. Scaredy cat. And they immediately move in. So it's an aggressive tri lane consisting of Rubik, Venomancer, and Undying, solo mid TA, solo top, Outworld Destroyer. Long lane solo, Darkseer played by Trixie, the dual mid lane, Era on Chaos Knight, Fly on Lina. So it's going to be tough for TA. But still okay, because they don't have any damage over time. So the refraction is still fine. It's really useful. If it were a Venomancer in mid, it would be a little bit tougher for TA. No Tail gets scared off. Ward block right here. And Santa, of course, formerly playing for M5. So did NS. So good to see these guys are still active in the competitive scene. By the way, now that we're talking about a bunch of Eastern European players, Artstyle retired, I guess. He's not so sure yet, but he tweeted it that he said he's probably going to remain in the scene as a coach. He wrote couch. He spelled it couch, which was kind of funny. But I thought I'm not going to joke about that because it's kind of serious. I like that guy. Now NS coming around with Rubik. Just doing what a lane support is supposed to do. You're supposed to counter off the side here, or the fog, and just get in some free hits, and kind of making you think twice about going for that last hit. Trixie coming up. By the way, guys, after this game, I think we'll play a viewer game. So if you are watching this live and not on a VOD, then stick around. Let me know if you guys are interested in playing a viewer game. If not, or if you're watching a VOD right now, then shame on you. Then subscribe to my owned and watch my live streams, because then we will play together. Mid lane now, Era being left alone while we have Fly checking for the 2-minute rune. It is a invisibility rune on bottom. He's probably going to just pick it up right now. One thing that's also nice to do with the invisibility rune, if you know that the enemy has got rune wards, is you go to it. Oh, bottom lane, got some trouble. And here comes Lina. So they're probably going to focus Rubik. Oh, but look at this sentry ward. Good stuff. Now they come in, and NS is going to keep on running back, and I don't think there's anything they can do about it. Oh, they actually turn out to initiate. Tombstone goes down. 2 more right clicks are needed. Fly is going to take a fall, and NS is not even that low on HP. There's nothing that JK and No Tail can do about this. I think JK, by the way, is Hani. So there you go. That's what a sentry ward does for you. So an invisibility rune. Oh, middle lane. Tame My Wild. Gale flies out. It missed. No, actually it hit. It was Venomancer on the dire side. Frick, Era now. He's galed up, but they weren't able to continue diving. He's now got his bottle up. As soon as his last tick is over, he's gonna regen his HP. And yes, that's the thing with an invisibility rune. You feel so safe that you just wander completely out of position because you don't expect the enemy to have vision of you. But if they do, you're basically screwed. And they knew it. They were running away at first, and then they said they were running away, and they said, okay, fine, he's completely out of position. We can just turn around and kill him. We got everything ready. We got a Tombstone level 2. We got a DK level 2 as well. Interestingly enough, though, this Undying is being skilled differently than Loda's in the first game we cast today. Because Loda didn't prioritize the Tombstone. Santa is at least prioritizing it at number 2, but at the cost of a Soul Rip. So we will have to see what where he puts his next skill point to know which way he wants to go with this. Lina only level 2 due to that early death, which gives a bunch of free room to TA indirectly because her skill levels aren't her skills aren't that high leveled. Chaos at level 4 by now. And Refraction is just an amazing tool to make it possible for you to go farming. But now there's a chain stunnings, the wind run from No-Tail to slow things down, and Tame My Wild is going to take a fall. They had to invest a sentry ward, but that's totally worth it. TA drops the middle lane to a nicely executed gang, and some much needed experience goes the way of Lina. I think she got the kill. Yes, she got the kill, so golden experience. In the meantime though, Destroyer, 15 for 4. Let me actually put up the last hits here. Venomancer now gets caught out with the DD rune. TA is here as well. Era gonna take a fall, and even Lina is in trouble right now. Is there gonna be another Melt Strike? No, there isn't. But Chaos Knight drops. Let me actually put this here on. Haven't had the overlays on for all my games. Haven't streamed in a little while, so not used to it. Hani on bottom, level 5, but only 14 last hits 5 minutes in, so the long lane, dual lane, Undying and Rubik proving to be quite effective. Outworld Destroyer, third farmed here on the map, with Undying being the undisputed number 1, and even Era being in a dual lane against a solo lane is behind on farm compared to his TA on mid. Santa, DK gets on, and there we go. Tombstone is really being valued highly by Undying, and I mean, it is a powerful spell. It's just really strong. I think at least one level of Solar will be okay, because you have you have 5 max units that you get drained, and it's a nice burst of damage. It's also a good source of healing. It kind of works as has the same mechanics like a magic wand in terms of its effect on the enemy that's chasing you. No-Tail tried to go for the deny of the rune. Instead, he gets thrown up onto the high ground by NS. But power shot used to get himself out of the trees. NS is still chasing though. Windrunner is down to 200 HP. It's a level 2 Fate Bolt. He's just continuously chasing until he has another telekinesis. But No-Tail just out of range. NS knew. This is how experienced this player is. He knows that there is still a chance of him to get the kill. He's been chasing all the way from the rune spot up to the tower range of the tier 1 bottom, because he knew that if he was just one step further after him, he would have gotten the kill due to that telekinesis and the Fate Bolt. And no regeneratives on Windrunner as well. NS is now rotating in toward the middle lane. He doesn't have a rune, and he's going up against 2 stuns. No-Tail is Fly rather is almost out of mana. Only has a stun or a nuke, not both. But Era has both his skills up. Venomancer also just level 6. If we have a look at the levels, it's actually Windrunner with the least amount of levels, so No-Tail had a really tough time, I guess. And he's just forced to pull creep camps to get himself some form of gold and experience, and all that while we have Outworld Destroyer just farming away, and he's putting all his points into Astral Imprisonment. Now he will probably start putting more into Arcane Orb, but this is just pure lane control. Lane control and team fight control. Trixie's now again rejoining the top lane. NS is here. I don't think they're going to be able to kill Trixie. Unless, of course, Trixie goes for the Surge and then he gets imprisoned by Outworld Destroyer, because once he comes back, he's going to drop. Or at least his Surge duration will be over. Ah, Fly. That's really unfortunate for him. He's probably going to have to use his nuke and stun combination now to farm this if he wants to, but then he will be out of mana and he will have to go back to base. Ultimate used. Tombstone drops, Santa gets chain stun. Beautiful initiation by Fnatic RC, but there goes that DK. Look at that heal onto Santa. Second stun goes out, and I think the right clicks are going to be enough. Undying got a kill on Windrunner in turn though. That's the power of the Tombstone. Level 4 Tombstone. So, good gank gone bad, I guess. Hani doesn't even care about any of his skills. He just goes for some bonus stats. He's got 2 levels in stats, and the rest in Thunderclap. And now he puts one into Drunken Brawler. NS bottom lane. Might have overextended a bit. He still has a telekinesis, so I wonder. He's just baiting like crazy. So he knows exactly how much he's playing it here to the limit. So these are the little things. He, you know, you're wondering. He's running away and being chased by a big panda who can kill him in 2 clicks. Beautifully aggressive play. There goes the telekinesis into that Gale. Hani in big trouble. Support TP is coming in though. No tail. Shackle doesn't latch. Another tombstone. They need to back off. They can't fight underneath this tombstone. No tail. Found out the hard way. And still, Destroyer just farming on top. Era tried to go for the kill, but there's that level 4 Astral Imprisonment underneath their own tower. There really isn't a lot you can do against that. And in turn now TA is on top free farming. Oh, Era out of mana. See that int steal puts him down to 78 mana. And now we have more rotation coming into the bottom lane. This play from Virtus Pro is really nice, man. Across the map, it's looking really good. They're being really efficient, but Venomancer's out of position. He will try to TP away, but this... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, that was kind of awkward. Fly stopped his animation of the stun, so this might have actually been enough time for Venomancer to TP away, but Venomancer didn't know that. He instead cancelled his TP all by himself and tried to run away. Ultimate use on NS and the power shot flies through, gets the kill. Amazing play by Windrunner. Fly now on the run out. The Surge doesn't do anything because the guy that surged him is actually slowed and blocking him with his own body. And now Trixie as well as Fly are going to take a fall. Here comes JK, aka Hani. He turns this around, Shackle onto TA and a creep, and now Santa being chased after. He will have another DK in 1. He will hit it on 2 heroes if he turns around and gets this right. But no, he gets pulled out of position by Era. 2-second stun underneath the level 4 tombstone, and they get a kill on Undying. Very important kill. And now Hani needs to back out as well. So 7-6 right now, the kill score. We have gold going one way, we have experience going the other way.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright, OD is getting really strong right now. I think this is the mech flying out to him. There we go. 11-minute mech, he's got treads. He's looking really strong. But even with his gold per minute, he's not above Undying yet. Undying got 2 kills. He only got 1, but Undying also died twice, so he's just farmed really, really nicely. 6 per minute, I guess. Santa throws down the tombstone, ultimate used by Hani. Era in big trouble though. Low on HP, right click from Santa gets the kill. Now the Panda ultimate, or elemental aspects, chasing after him, but look at all these zombies doing so much damage. NS is here too. You know they can go for this. Hani. Oh, now NS has his ultimate, the Panda ultimate. On top, Trixie. It's taken out once more. Nobody can stand solo against his OD by now. And all the rest of the 4 heroes are taking on 5. TP is coming in. Trixie takes a fall on top, but the TP in from Era is going to get a kill on OD. So I'm not so sure if that's completely worth it. And TA giving some really good vision with her Invis rune to Fly and Hani. No tails here now too. 3 heroes there. Oh, NS gets shackled. Here's TA. They're going to focus Fly. Tombstone drops. Fly's going to take a fall right now. Very strong attack damage from TA. Slow goes out onto No Tail. The Windrunner wears out. It's only on level 1, so this is a dead Windrunner too. And Hani can do nothing but watch. NS even using the Stolen Panda ultimate for that. And Era gonna get himself a TP scroll now, I guess. Question is he gonna TP in there? He has an ultimate on level 1. But it's just too much. NS is really low on HP too, so this might have actually been an opening for them. But it appears that Fnatic is kind of intimidated by this very aggressive play the Russians are putting onto them. And this is just typical of the Eastern European Dota players. They move very aggressively and just very dominantly across the map. They take your towers even though they're low on HP. And it makes you kind of wonder if it's a good idea to go initiate them. I think right now at the bottom it would have been a good idea for them to go in because they had the ultimate from Darkseer, they were full on HP. Brewmaster was full, he had his nuke, he didn't have an ultimate, but still, it doesn't really matter that much. Oh man, TA gets shackled, tries to run away. She's being spotted up by a sentry ward, gets pulled back by Era. There goes the slow from KS. KSI the Venomancer, and Santa's here now too, focusing the weak support here in Lina. She throws out the stun, tries to run away, blink in with an attack from TA, and she gets the kill. Actually, it's Undyne getting the last hit. In the meantime, Era gets the kill on Venomancer, and the fight is continuing. Rubik is the next one to Rubik is the next one to get the kill on Chaos Knight actually, and now they are mounting the push on mid tier 1 with just 2 heroes defending. Power Shot flies. They have the Ion Shell as well to put on the creeps, but there's no creep wave inside and a big wave now coming into the tier 1, and with no glyph, this tower is going to take a fall. 2 for 1 the kill exchange, and Trixie actually goes in with a huge ultimate. The tower does drop. He gets taken out of the fight immediately by the Outworld Destroyer, and Trixie, what a move! What a move! I don't think that was the best decision of Trixie's life. He didn't get the deny, used up his ultimate, didn't get a kill, and died. And his teammates weren't there. I guess either they all go or they don't go. OD up to 2,200 gold, so you will probably go for 4 staff next. There's a blink on TA we just saw in the engagement. The mech is going to do a hell of a lot of work in the team fights, and by now I think the game is clearly in favor of Virtus Pro, and this Roshan is going to further put them ahead in the game, and I doubt that Fnatic RC are going to have too many openings to get back into this game, because right now they're out of it. Brewmaster 1500, these little items. Era just completed another bracer, or just the first bracer. Oh man, and NS even stole the Wall of Replica. $1,600 gold on Brewmaster. Have a look at the current gold. So as you can see, it's looking pretty good, pretty good for Virtus Pro, and now they know about their advantage. The Tombstone is almost by itself too much for them to handle. They have the mech, they have the pipe on Undying right now, and to be honest, I don't think they will stop at this tier 2. We see Fnatic are trying to trade this, but this is taking way too long. The tier 2 is going to fall right now, and Virtus Pro are probably going to, yes, they don't even continue pushing, they just defend the tier 1. They don't want to give anything away for free, although I think it might have been worth deciding whether or not to go for the high ground. They could have just gone for the high ground, I think. They have the Aegis on the OD. He does a crap load of damage. They have the mech, they have the pipe. Fnatic RC are severely under-leveled, or under-farmed at least, because Brewmaster still doesn't have a Blink Dagger, they don't have a mech, they don't have anything that helps them in the team fights. But at least they do this here. They don't give the enemy too much time to farm, they just continue, move on from the tier 2 bot to the tier 2 mid, and just continue pressuring the enemy like that. And now TA has been looking a little bit for someone who might be out of position but didn't find anything. Era right now with a level 2 ultimate. Trixie, his ulti's up now as well, but Rubik still has the Wall of Replica for at least a little while. And yes, he says, okay, it's almost gone, so I might as well just go ahead and use it. And now they will go and fight. It's level 1 Wall of Replica, so okay, it's almost over now. So perhaps he should have waited a little while longer, placed it a little bit further out. And now we're gonna have a team fight, I reckon. Panda has his Blink Dagger, so it appears that Ion Shell, he's gonna blink in and then clap, and then he's gonna fight. And then Trix is gonna follow up with his ultimate, but no, Virtus Pro are gonna be the first ones to initiate. They hesitated a little bit too long, Tombstone goes down, and this spell is doomed for the tier 2. Shackle doesn't latch, Fnatic RC should not initiate. They gotta stay back. Let that tower drop. See, they had like a 2-second opening right there for Brewmaster to jump in and fight, but perhaps that really wasn't, I mean, even then, their chances of survival were slim to none. Virtus Pro are now rotating toward the top, relentlessly pushing. All of their towers are still up. They are just working on their last tower. It's already a 12k gold disadvantage for Fnatic RC. Experience is not as bad, but still bad. And TA right now picked up an Invis rune, and this was, yes, at least it was spotted up by ward from them. So Fnatic know that they have a potentially invisible hero now coming in. So now I will give you guys the vision of Virtus Pro. So this is the vision of a Russian pro team that is pressuring a tier 2 in a dominating stance. But this is what they can see. They don't see any hero. So they gotta, you know, they could be smoking down here. So this is why Venomancer's got such a nice placement of wards here. TA, I guess. Venomancer gives some nice vision as well. So now the tier 2 on top goes down uncontested as well. Era trying to do his best he can. But again, the tier 1 still not gonna fall. Let's go back to normal vision. Smoke up. I hear an ultimate from Panda. Santa's here. Tombstone goes down. 3 seconds stun onto Destroyer. I think he's gonna take a fall. He throws out his ultimate. The mech was still off cooldown, on cooldown. 2 more seconds was left, but he still has the Aegis. Santa gets brought back into the team fight and pulled in with a 4-second stun. And down goes... What? No, he got disrupted. He got taken out of the fight by Destroyer. Now Santa heals himself up there, and look at him. He heals himself for 800 to 700 HP. Trixie gonna take a fall now too. 4 heroes down for Fnatic, and a complete turnaround brought to you by a mech as well as an Astral Imprisonment onto a low HP Undying who was able to just heal himself all the way up to full HP almost by virtue of a Soul Rip and a DK onto 2 heroes. And there we go. Buy back up on Chaos Knight. Buy back up on Darkseer as well, but no ultimate, so... There goes that pipe. Alright, there goes that top tier 3, and Virtus Pro are slowly but surely fighting their way to victory. This OD who has been free farming extensively. JK now jumps himself in there. He doesn't have his ultimate. He's in big trouble. Tombstone goes down as well, dodging the Melt Strike. And the ultimate uses well onto Venomancer, but it's not enough damage. First one to drop is actually Era on the Chaos Knight. Now Virtus Pro is chasing into the base. Trixie taking a large amount of damage. Slow on fly. The zombies chasing. JK in trouble too. 8 more seconds for the telekinesis. Won't be there in time. TA gets a kill on Lina in the meantime. And now he's chasing all the way into base. No Tail takes the fall as well. And this is game. Virtus Pro takes this in a very convincing fashion. GG gets called by Hani. And there really isn't anything else to say. They just dominated this game. There's your GG. The heroes are disconnecting out, and I think that will be it. Here goes the rotation. I mean, all 5 heroes are disconnected out, so we're just gonna watch this thing right here. Let's have a look at the items quickly. There's a Deso. That pipe, nothing new. And a Shiva's Guard. So he doesn't even go for that 4 staff. He says, fine, I have such good farm, I'm just going to go for a huge tier 4 item. And there really isn't anything else to say. I mean, Virtus Pro just played a very strong game. They moved across the map just fine. And S especially impressed with his Rubik play. And Fnatic really didn't have an answer for the very fast and aggressive playstyle that Virtus Pro put upon them. So again, typical Eastern European playstyle clashing with, I guess, a more conservative European playstyle in Fnatic RC. And Virtus Pro wins this in, well, very well-deserved fashion. So again, guys, thanks a lot for watching. This is Virtus Pro versus Fnatic RC. Virtus Pro takes that win in this best of 1 for Starladder Season 4. And if you do want to check out the VODs, please subscribe to my YouTube. You can find my YouTube channel and my Facebook and my Twitter on epicommentary.com. And I just want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a nice week and a nice night, and I'll see you all very soon.